Hey guys, welcome back to the next video. In this video, we will be creating the service right now. So we're gonna launch another Ec2 instance over here. So now this one is terminated. So this is something which we can ignore right now. So I'm just ignoring the terminated instance, but it's still not working. But anyways, forget it. So launch a new instance over here, and we're gonna create three instances, and you can stick with to be precise. Two instances as well. So likewise, so basically depends on what is the requirement. So as of now, I'm just going to run with three instances and see how it works. And then I'm just going to show you around this. And I'm going to choose Ubuntu as the operating system. So firstly, I'm going to name this instance right now. So I'm going to use the default name, which is like the one which we decided like to go with, control-plane. So this is the name I'm going to give for my first machine. And I'm going to choose the operating system as Ubuntu, which is a Debian flavored operating system. And it is, of course, a free tier eligible operating system. So you don't really have to pay for the operating system here. And it is going to be on the Intel architecture of 64 bits. So that's pretty much the Amazon machine image we are choosing right now. And the recommendation is that we should have at least a medium of it. So a lot of people choose a medium for the control plane instance, and T2 large for or anything higher for a worker node, because that's going to process more requests. So it's completely up to you on the budget you have. You can choose the right amount of instance type, and based on that, you will actually get the amount. So here I'm going to use the same, the Docker Kube key pair, which I've generated for Docker. So I'm going to use the same key pair here as well. Now, here on the networking side of it, you kind of see that the auto is enabled, as in like auto IP address is enabled. So every time you're going to stop and start the virtual machine or restart the virtual machine, the EC2 virtual server, or AKA, so you're going to get a new IP address. So that's pretty much what is auto-assigned IP addresses. There is an alternative of elastic IP address, which is going to be costing you 0.10 per IP address. So that's going to be something which you can check, and this price may change. It depends on the timelines. As you can see, that's what it's saying, like, additional charges may apply. So now this is going to create a new security group, and we don't want that. So select the existing group and select the one which you created just now for the security group control plane, and that this is for control plane which we are creating here. And just create that one over here. And then in terms of configuration, we have about 30 GB of our general use. Not that it's required 30 GB, we can give around 12 GB for this. And we're going to use a GP3 general purpose SSD version 2. And we're not going to create any new volumes. We're just going to we are happy with the previous default one itself. So let's launch this. Let's get this launched. So just click on launch, and then let's go back to instance, and then click on launch instance again, because we need to create the worker node right now. So now here I'm gonna give two instances here, and these two instances are going to be the worker node for this instance. Now you can actually give the name over here, as in like the worker as the name of the instance. All right, so now I'm gonna give the tag name of worker here, and this is gonna be working with compute plane. So I think we have decided on the server name over here, so it's gonna be called compute plane. So now I'm gonna leave it with compute plane as of now. I'm not gonna give one or two, because we can modify it later once it got created. So let's just go with the same operating system selection over here, which is Ubuntu, and I'm gonna go with T2 medium. I'm not going with T2 large, so I'm gonna stick around with the T2 medium, and if in case if it requires extra load, we will talk about it later. So I'm gonna stick with the same key pair, which is Docker Kube, and here I'm gonna select the security group, and I'm gonna choose the compute plane security group over here for this. And then I'm going to stick with the same level of volume here. The volume I would go for, 10 GB or something. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I want to do. Or you can go for the same 12 GB as I've given for the compute control plane. So that should be fine. So now I'm going to get 2 instances created right now. And those 2 instances are going to be created with the name of compute plane. And let's see what happens. So I'm just launching the instance, and the instance is launched. So now in the dashboard, I have 1 instance running. Another couple of them are getting created right now. Well, so I'm just looking for the other 2 instances, but I'm not finding it for some reason. Just give me a second. All right, just appeared. So you can see that all 3 instances are running. So I'm going to name this as compute plane -1, and going to name this as compute plane -2. And that's pretty much what I want to do right now in terms of both the control plane and compute plane. So now we have created our instances, which we're going to be using. Now the next thing is that you remember that the IP address would change, on the public IP address would change when you have an issue. I'm sorry, when you're restarting the machines, but other than that, you're going to be fine. So that's pretty much what I want to cover on this video. So now we have created the service. On the next video, we will see how to connect to the SSH, and then we will set up our virtual machines for installation of Kubernetes, and we will then install Kubernetes on it, and then we will proceed further. Thank you again for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.